Hi everybody, it's Amy. This is an overview of the final film. What you will be doing in this assignment is you will be planning, filming, or collecting media and editing a film in Adobe Premiere that contains film scenes and at least one graphic design. Your film will show your basic understanding of planning, filming, collecting media, and editing your film. You also can work in a group if you'd like, or you can work on your own. It is your choice. You could work with anyone in this media class or the other media class. So our driving questions are, how can we use video and media to express ideas and explore personal interests? And how can storytelling or point of view be enhanced with media? So here are the assignment specifics. So your video can be 30 seconds to 2 minutes long. You're just going to show evidence of your learning from our semester. There's two main things you're showing. One, you're showing that you can put together a graphic design. Two, you're showing that you can include that graphic design in a video that you create, and you can film or collect media, edit it in Premiere, and create a short film. So the content requirements of your film are actually really straightforward. You need to try to use a variety of filming angles and styles if you can. Just try to go for at least 3. You can film your own clips or you can collect them from online sources. Make sure that you cite your sources, and they need to be things that you can use that are copyright free or that you have permission to use. In the OneNote, there's a link that takes you to online media resources. So I'm just going to click on that link. And that link takes you to this page in the online learning resources. And this is very extensive. I've shown you this before, but everything that's in blue is a link that takes you someplace online. You could find resources. Probably your best bet is to go right here to the Creative Commons, where this has just about everything you could use, or that you would need, but there's so much more. So feel free to use that. There's also Storyblocks, and that is available for you to use. That's free. I forgot to put that in the original information, but I think what I'll do is I will copy that page, copy the link to it, and I'll pop it in there later. Okay, but just remember that that's there. Oh, maybe I'll do that right now. Okay, so I'm just going to add that. There it is. Or that's not going to be in the one that's pushed out to you, but it is going to be in the content library. So please remember. All right. So if you want to do a podcast for this, you need to include some short film clips or images to accompany your podcast. Just to remember. Okay. Let's talk about sound. Whoops. So good quality sound, good quality narration. Just do the best you can. And if you need to edit things, edit them. And I can help you with any of those that you need assistance with. The content of your film, that's the most important. Your film should be about a topic, a story, an idea, a concept, something. It doesn't have to have a beginning, middle, and end, but it could if it's a story. If you remember the storytelling Khan Academy lessons that you were supposed to work through, that's all about storytelling. And if you did those assignments, the quick lessons that you had to go through and you watch those videos, then storytelling will make a lot of sense to you. So your film should include one graphic design that you photoshopped or used Adobe Spark to create for the film. If you're not sure what to incorporate here, then you can use them in your title or credits. Maybe make a cool title in Adobe Spark and just pop it in as an image. Or Photoshop something in your video, whether it's the credits or the title. But if you're doing a slideshow, for example, and talking about something that's important to you, or you're making a video for another class, well, go and Photoshop some images, crop them, alter them, put some text in, whatever you need to do. But your film should include at least one graphic design. Content needs to be school appropriate, no weaponry, no profanity, no drug use, no inappropriate activities, all that good stuff. And remember, your film will be viewed in class by other people. Hopefully, we'll be watching those the last couple of days. It also could be shared with staff and other students in other media classes at our school. I will not be putting middle school films on the YouTube channel. I only put high school ones on with permission. But in future, or maybe next semester, if we have some fantastic ones and we want to share them, I will ask permission from you, and your guardian or parent if we can use them and put them on our YouTube channel. So, number 4, editing film clips. I'm right here. Just use your basic editing skill to make your film flow well. Try to keep it between 30 seconds and 2 minutes. If you make a longer film, that's okay, but try not to stress yourself out. Just make something that's manageable. Honestly, if you do a 30-second commercial, I'm totally fine with that. I want to see your editing skills, and I want to see your filmmaking skills. And you can do this very simply by putting together a slideshow, or you can also expand on your introduction video and use that plus something else. You decide what you want to do. Okay, let's take a look at and also appropriate transitions between clips. If you have things that bounce around all over the place, think about fading in and fading out transitions. That might help. Additional editing. You need titles and you need credits. That's part of making a film. To meet standard for this, you have to be able to put titles and credits in. If you want to do them in Photoshop or if you want to do them in Premiere, it's your choice. Anyone that's in the film needs to be credited. First names are fine. Any media sources need credits, and add transitions, important. Please export your project as an MP4 and then turn in 2 files to the X Drive Dropbox for your class period. You'll need your Premiere Pro file and you'll need your MP4. Please put your name in your file. If you don't put your name in your file, that makes it very complicated for me to find out whose file it is. Just put your name in. It makes it a lot easier. If you want to do video and audio effects in your video, that's optional. Okay, topics for your film. You can do anything that you would like. It's completely open. I have some examples in the table here. Short film. There are some student examples. And then there's one that I made about my dog. I think I showed this one in the semester earlier, but you can watch that if you like. You can do a commercial. If you need examples of commercials, please go online and look. There's millions. Stop motion. I have some stop motion examples there. They're animated stop motions, but you can use Legos or objects, whatever you want. A time-lapse film. If you're interested in a time-lapse film, I have a lesson that's specific. We did not get to it this semester, but if you want to do it, you can read it and you can figure that out. Public service announcement. I have some PSAs there. There's some podcast resources. If you're interested in newscast, I made a video that has a link you can get to access the video on how to have 2 screens playing at once. So if you're a newscaster and you have a screen playing in your top right or top left, that's how you do that one. You can do an animated short by using Autodesk Sketchbook, and there's a link here. There's instructional film. You can show someone how to do something, and there are some student video examples, and a wheel throwing video I have is an instructional video. There's miscellaneous and choice. So music video, art film, expanding on your intro video. There's so many things you can do. There's one example here that I have for a ceramics video that I did for a graduate course, and I did one about Greek pottery. It's like 12 minutes long. You can watch it if you'd like. You might learn something. Number 4, the length of the film needs to fit the project. If you have a 12-minute commercial, it's way too long, but a 1-minute documentary is too short. So really, really think about what you're making and how long it should be, and choose the length that fits your project. Number 5, you get to choose whatever method and style best suits your project. You can combine methods and include all or some of the following things that I've listed here. So please read those. It's very important that you know that you have lots of choices. I want you to research and figure out what you want to do, okay? So now we're on to assignment directions. Step 1, please research your idea on the internet or in books, or think about what you want to do. I'm not requiring your planning on this. I just want to see your project. If you've planned your first one, you have already shown me that you know how to plan things out, okay? But if you didn't and you didn't meet standard on planning your first video, then plan this one out and I want to see it. Unless I did ask, maybe I did. I take that all back. I did ask you to do some kind of planning. I'm sorry. I asked you to plan something at number 3. We'll get to that one. My apologies. So plan your idea. Number 2, watch these videos and visit the links. First video is about installation art. It's super cool. It's about sound art. Then there's a few videos here. Please watch them. They're like a minute. It's worth your time. And then you can visit those links here with student videos and PSA examples if you haven't. Now let's talk about planning. Planning and organizing. Please plan your film with a storyboard and script. Use one provided or make your own. Collect your media, music, images, video. Then collect a detailed list of sources for citations in your credits, and you can store them in the digital media resources chart. This one is not going to be required, but it sure is handy. I use it all the time. As a matter of fact, I have one just like this that I used for something recently that I made, which I'm going to use next semester in class. And I use this digital media resources chart. It really helped me keep track of myself. Organize and compile your media in a folder on your computer, and then please turn in your storyboard below if you need feedback. Okay, so that's what I did. I'm not requiring it, but I'm having you put it there if you need feedback. Please let me know if you need feedback, but that's right. I'm not grading it. I just couldn't remember. Sorry. So that's there. If you don't do a storyboard, it will probably show in your filming. It will probably show that you didn't plan your work and your film won't be as successful. So I highly recommend spending an hour or less planning your film. Okay, number 4, we're on editing now. You're going to compile your media in Adobe Premiere. Please refer to tutorials and video demonstrations in the previous assignment, which is right here. This assignment has all the tutorials in it for using Premiere. Remember, this was the introduction video, okay? So please go there for information. I didn't want to go in and pop all those videos in here again because I thought it was too much for you to read. I'd have to go through again when it was already in the introduction video module. Okay, then you're going to add titles and credits and any additional text that you need. Add music and sound effects. Add transitions if you need them and where you need them. Add any effects if you would like. You can put filters in if you choose. Then H. You need to export a rough cut as an MP4 to view and get some feedback from family or friends. I'm not requiring you put in a rough cut for me. I want you to talk to other people in the class. Maybe teams, send it in teams to a person in the class. Get some feedback. Show it to family. If you need to know how to export it, click that link and it takes you to the YouTube channel where you can see the exporting information. Then after you get feedback, make revisions, and export your final as an MP4. Then you're going to turn in your final video to the X Drive. And here is the link that takes you to the online learning resources on how to turn in your films and large files. So please refer to that. And then right here, this link should take you to the internet. And mine's a little bit slow today. Here we go. Yep, that's my video on how to turn things in. Okay. If you have trouble with the X Drive, please send it to Amy through Teams. Okay. And then send me a message. So, grading. You need to complete the reflection questions below and self-assess your work on the rubric. So here are the questions. You need to read the question and then put your answer right here. Brief is fine. Answer the question, and the comments are from me or you, or if you want peer comments, it's up to you. There are 11 questions, and they're actually pretty straightforward. They're pretty simple, like, what is the title of your film? That is not that hard to answer the question, okay? But the rest are mostly reflections, like, what are your successes? What did you use for the graphic? What's your biggest takeaway from the video module? These are important, okay? Because I want you to think about what you learned from this whole module in filmmaking. Here's the rubric. Don't let it overwhelm you. Basically, your filming styles and composition. How's it look? Where are you in there? The next one is standard 3. These 3 things, audio quality, narration, and your overall editing. I'm just going to, look at everything and give you an overall score. And then the meaning of your film. Where are you on the meaning of your film? This one's important, just like the introduction film. And then reflecting and perceiving information at the very bottom here. So it's standard 2, 3, 6, and 7. That's all. Okay, so I know that was a lot of information I just went over. I'm going to go to the very top here of the final film. This is our final project. Let's do the last day of the semester. I do want to show you some of the resources that I have here for you to use. There's a simple storyboard. It's the same one we used for the introduction video, or you can make your own storyboard. Here's a template you can use. This is the digital media chart. If you choose to use it, this will just help you keep track of your resources. I'm not grading this. You can use it if you'd like. And there's an example. This is the photography and time-lapse project. If you choose to do this, feel free, read through it, find the information, look at the visuals, and that'll guide you. Student video examples are here. This was a project that students did last year or the year before, and they researched film projects from different colleges and high schools. Check out the Ballard High School film program. It's probably one of the best in the state. Here are PSA examples. These are also done by students. These were researched and found by students online. These are podcast resources. This one's kind of a long one, but one of your teachers at Big Picture and I worked together and found some great resources for you on that. Audacity is fantastic if you want to use that for sound editing. We didn't get to that unit yet, but you're welcome to use it. Here are some additional video premieres tutorials that I did last year. And of course, the last one on how to play 2 screens at once. So that's the overall summary of your final film. Good luck, and I can't wait to see what you make.